Hi everyone, it's Adrian Leah. I'm going to talk about a couple of things in this video. I'm mainly going to show some fabrics that I've thrifted for a super discounted price. I got them in the mall, so I'll share what happened there. I did get something at Hot Topic, and then there are the knitted projects. So I have a finished project that was on my needles for a long time. So I'm just so happy with how it turned out. And then there's a work in progress that I'm calling the desert hat because of the color palette that I'm knitting with. So I went to the mall. It is unusual for me to do that because I'm normally thrifting if I do get something, or I go to specific stores that have like things that are linked to the types of hobbies that I do. So I was out one day and irrelevant, but I was going to try to get my driver's license address changed since I'm house sitting on the West Coast, and I wanted to update the address because I'll be taking another college course to add to my degree and certifications. So, um, that would be an ideal thing for me to update it as soon as I can so I could notify whatever institution I'm going to be attending. But I went on a day where they weren't doing walk-ins, and the earliest appointment was at the end of February, so I made an appointment just in case, and I'll be going there on the walk-in day. So since I was out, I kind of already pre-planned that I was going to go to the mall since I was going to pick up something that I purchased online. Um, I waited a while to plan this purchase, um, just to make sure I really wanted to get it because it's a clothing item that I don't normally get. So I have mentioned this in some videos, but um, more on my other channel where I do my readings. And I wanted to, well, when I was younger, I wanted to have some of my wardrobe section, or I wanted some of my wardrobe to be Hot Topic clothing. And I don't want to get too many things because they're things that I would travel with to my next move, place that I would move. And I don't like having too many things in my wardrobe anyway. So there are specific items that I'm interested in, and I got one the other day because it was on sale. So for I'm I got through some of the intro. I wanted a band t-shirt because Hot Topic has walls of band t-shirts. So you could look at the one that you're wanting to get, and they have other types of shirts too that they have on the wall, almost like not checkered, but there's um, a placement for each shirt so you could see what is there. And then, like, human level, that's not above you, at least for me, you could see if they have the size that you're looking for. So I got the Bring Me the Horizon t-shirt, and I really wanted one that I liked the cover of. So um this is definitely a favorite cover of mine. And I did want to get a shirt of a band that I do listen to. Um so those were the main things. And I'm super happy with it. It's a boyfriend fit. Not sure if that's the same as unisex. I'd have to look into that, but usually with unisex or the boyfriend fit, I size down. The store only had one size available, and it was the size larger than what I would normally get for unisex or boyfriend. So it is a little bigger, but I don't mind. Um, I'm happy with the shirt I chose, and um I don't think I'm going to cut it or anything because usually with shirts, as I said, it's not something that I usually purchase because when I have shirts, I end up cropping them in some type of way, but I feel like I would want to keep this like this. So it is cozy. Um, they give you, well, I'm not sure if it's every time, but I got a coupon and you have a couple of days to use it. I don't think I'm going to use it. I don't usually buy things there frequently, so the next time I get something, I feel like I wouldn't be able to use the coupon, but that's okay. I'm happy with it. So I was thinking I would go to the mall and be a little bougie, even though I got something on sale. Because I was like, I'm gonna get something that's not thrifted. And then I got to the mall and there's this store. It was almost like a Goodwill or thrift store warehouse format. I say warehouse because they had like these containers the size of, not completely the size of sandboxes, but like half of it, and they would just bring items to it and pour a bunch of items for you to dig through to see what you would like. And it was $3 an item. And the thing with it is that if it's packaged as one item, it would count as one item. So there's like containers of drinks, like 12 packs of containers, and dog food or clothing. I'm not sure if this is linked to Amazon in some way because some of them had like Amazon boxes or like stickers from Amazon. And um, that was like the rule of thumb, $3 for that one item. And I was asking if, say, for the fabric, if it was like a pillowcase and it came with two pillowcases and it wasn't in a container, um, the person said that she wouldn't know if it was separate or not, so she would just count it as one item. So I just really tried to get fabrics that I either, it's like on my list, like the top list of fabrics that I would want to get, or something, well, they would all have to be intact, but mainly larger quantities too. So I found something that I really, really am so excited about. So these are pillowcases that I'm going to turn into a corset. I am going to make other clothing, but those, the corset and the skirts are like the main ones that I um would like to have, and I was thinking like pinafores, some aprons. There's some items that I would like to make, like dresses and things that I, the types of styles of dresses that I like. So the pillowcases are the plaid, and I really wanted the specific style and the material. I love the material of it. Okay. Um, so it'll be beautiful. And I washed these, so I could, when I held it up with my mirror, I just was so excited because I imagined this as a corset. So these two, $3. I got technically four, but when I went up to one of the tables, because they have tables for you, for them to see what you have, she didn't go through the process of like picking through my stuff. She just looked at it and she's like, she gave me a price that was less than what I had, and I was happy about that. So this was originally, it had a like a wrapping, like a ribbon, because it wasn't used, and it's a queen size bed sheet, and it's cotton, 100% cotton. It's like a desert rose type of color, and I didn't want to pass that up because it's basically unused. And at first I was thinking maybe a skirt, but then when I held it up again to the mirror, because I was holding all of them up to see what I would envision with the fabric. I really like this shade near my face, and so I was thinking it would be a dress, and I really like dresses that, well, in my head, I'm thinking just a heart shape at the top, and then I really want to try boning in my garments to give it more of the structure, and maybe for like um the ones that don't have straps, it may be good so you're not constantly like hiking it up. So um I like, as I said, the heart shape, and then almost like a romper, but I love dresses that have the opening in a way like secret shorts or secret type of, not like that much of a secret because you can see the shorts like showing through, but it opens like kind of in the middle and then the dress part is really long. I really love that type of dress. Um, so that's the type of dress that I would want to make with this. And then this is going to be heavy, but there's a lot of this fabric. This is what I was thinking. I was like debating on getting it because I don't wear so much gold, but the way that I looked at it is that it wasn't, it's a strong word, but it wasn't offensive to me because I am picky about a lot of things. And when I looked at this fabric, I was just seeing what I was just seeing how much yardage I would have with it, and knowing that I could make something again with a lot of yardage. So I was thinking like almost ball gown, and not to disregard what's happening with the war, um when, because it's definitely terrible. When I was younger, I would watch the movie Anastasia, the cartoon, nonstop. It would be like clockwork. So much that one time I was with my cousin and he was like, Adrian, can we watch something else? We keep watching Anastasia. And I'm like, oh, I know, I'm sorry. I just would not stop watching it. And there are a couple of dresses from that movie, and I'm thinking maybe I could do some my version of one of the gold dresses. Let me see. I read that there was some historical accuracy to it. So it has a blue ribbon, and sometimes it has like a sash. So that's, well, that's a picture. I'm trying to find one. Uh, there's, it might be, well, so that's, I'm not sure if the color's showing up on it, but there's another one. Let me get the one with the sash. That was kind of the one that I was looking at too. That has some of the historical accuracy to it. So this, and well, there's also a blue dress in it too. So I was kind of thinking maybe I could do something like that, but I'm not like sure what I'd be doing with this material yet. But there is so much of it. So I have this. I'm not gonna unfold it, but I feel like they're for round tables by the shape of them. And if you go to like fabric stores, a lot of times they um show the prices may say that they're like 10.99 a yard or something around there. So um they got all of this $3. And so I just want to think of like something that is like ball gown type of dress for this. Then the last fabric that I got is this, and I also got a lot of yardage. So these are, this one's heavier, and this one's pretty heavy, and there was a lot in there, so much that the washing machine kept like stopping because it was like really heavy for it. Um, and this is, it was a big, it's a big washing machine, so I was like, hopefully I'm not um breaking it because I haven't had it under bulky items, but it kept stopping. So I did the rinse and then I just popped it in the dryer and then it was easier for it to run through the dryer. So the next fabrics, these two, so this is the amount. Um, it's really nice material, and I feel like this might be bed sheets that I'm thinking about it because I was thinking maybe curtains, but it doesn't have like the holes for the curtains. But so much. There was one other bag of it. I got these two because I wasn't sure if they were going to mark it as two items since that was the only one that was in a bag. But I'm really happy with this material, and my vision for this is mm, another strapless. It kind of has like the ruffles at the top, and then it would mermaid down, and then fluff or have the you know, the I can't think of it, but it would have the detail at the bottom. So fluff and then mermaid and I don't know what that and then it would go back out and have more of the frill at the bottom for me not remembering words. So I feel like there is a good amount for that one. I also brought out some sheets that I had in my car, and I think I'm just going to cut these up too. So I have these blue ones, or the blue one, and this lighter purple. So, well, I say lighter purple because I have the other bed sheet, and I just wanted to show this one because I'm thinking I do love the shape of it. I wasn't sure if I was going to change it a little bit because I enjoy it the most when it's zipped up. I don't know if this is like a teenager dress with the fit because or where it was made from because I said in the video where I showed it. I tried looking up the company that it was linked to and I didn't see other clothing. So it's mainly the chest area is it just fits, but it feels like I could use I would like to have a little bit of room. I don't mind it being fitted. I like the fitted look for it. So I was thinking, at first I was like, do I want to make this into a cardigan, or more of like a jacket style, but I didn't want to do it out of convenience, even though like you could literally split it here. And I was thinking I would just keep the zipper as is, because I do have zippers that don't go all the way down, depending on the style that I have. But I was thinking I like it the best when it's zipped up. So what I was also thinking, well, another thing that I thought maybe I could do is like um, take some material from the bottom and then extend or make this area a bit bigger. But I was thinking, I actually like the length. Like I do love the way that it looks. And I could just wear it the way that it is. But then I was thinking maybe since there's the inner lining here, I could just do a little bit of operation and cut the area out so that it might leave a little more room for that area. So those are the things that I was thinking. Otherwise, I could definitely wear this out. Like I don't have a problem with the fit, but if it could just be slightly modified in this area, then I feel like maybe I could. So, um, because maybe with the lining, it makes it more of a fitted, a fitted fit. Like, I don't want to say constricted, but it does have like more of a fit. So if I just opened up that section, at least I might be able to change it in that way and it'll be a little more comfortable. But otherwise, I do love this dress. And I got this at the thrift store the other day. Um, Before I get into my finished object, I have shorts that I haven't worn that were in my storage unit, and I brought out, and I'm really excited to wear. So this is from one of my favorite Etsy shops. It's the Celtic Fusion, designed in the wild beauty of Coe Clare, Ireland by local artist Regina Tierney. My collection is handmade using natural and raw plant fibers and hand-carved details. Handle with love and care. So it still even has the price tag, or not, well, the tag on it. And this goes a little bit above my hips. It has I don't know, like a poofy detail here. Kind of reminds me of like, because it'll expand there, and it's kind of reminds me of like parachute, no, is it? Parachute shorts, like balloon shorts, that type of thing where it expands there. And for maybe like, depending on where the garment, what the garment is and what I want it to do, and um the part of my body on where it is, that kind of determines like what I would get. So for high-waisted, I would go a size down, like a smaller size. Um, then if it's like my hip area, it'd be more of a larger size. And then that's the same for, well, for when I do like sweaters or cardigans, and I feel most people, I feel like a lot of people do this for knitting. Like they mainly go off of bust circumference, and then from there the fit is how, well, they give you other measurements for other parts of the garment, and you can customize it how you like it to be. So this is like such a high quality material. I would say with her clothing, I know the material because I've gotten a couple of things from her, and her material is so um like it doesn't stretch or anything. So it's very structured, So it's something to keep in mind when you're buying clothing from the designer, because this will not stretch like that. And it just feels like it's something that'll last a super long time. My one of my favorite skirts is from this designer, the one that has the checkers on them. Is it? Because I don't know if I would say it's plaid or anything or tartan. Um, but I love that skirt. I actually washed it my with all of the bulky items, and I feel like maybe I should have just hand washed it, but it turned out to be okay. It um there was a lot going with the bulky wash, so I'm happy that it's okay, and I kind of set it to dry after being in the dryer for a little bit. But I'm happy with these shorts. Um, Now for the finished object. I've had this on my needles for the longest time out of all the things that I've had on my needles, because I got it, I knit on it for I knit on it consistently for like the first month, and I was almost done with it. And then I just kept like switching my needles because I didn't like the needles that I was using. And eventually I found needles that I liked using with it. So it's the MeKenna Yarns advent calendar, not the most recent one, the one from the one before that. And I'm so happy with it. I feel like it's my first time getting an advent calendar for myself, and I got it as a gift after the holidays for myself. So, um, over here, that's where I did the whip stitch. So I picked up the stitches. You could do the provisional cast on, but I didn't do that. And then connect the scarf, or the infinity scarf. So it's an interesting length because it's you could do like a regular scarf, and there are short scarves, especially like the ones that you have with formal wear, that are kind of just meant for you to keep under your coat, and it kind of just is there. But I just did the ones that were in the advent calendar, and it was giving like certain sections that if you wanted to repeat, you could repeat it, or you could do whatever you want with it. But the ones that are maybe more like of a smoother transition, if you did want to continue on with with the same pattern. So it's, I would say, because it's not one of those smaller cowls where you have it over yourself and that's it. It's, but you can't really do the infinity scarf with it because you might want it a little bit longer than that. But I feel like I just love it, and I'm happy with it. I just love all the patterns. Um, I know Julia from the Happy Knitting podcast, she extended hers to make it an infinity scarf. So, what made me buy the pattern, because usually with advent calendars you can't see what the pattern is, but I got it after like it got released and it was finished. I wanted the unicorns, which is the animal of Scotland. I just love everything. I just feel like it was just such a great advent calendar because I don't really work with a lot of mini skeins. I usually like to knit larger items, or um I get regular, or like maybe 100-gram skeins so I could use it for projects and know that there's a good chance that I won't run out of yarn, depending on what the project is. So I didn't change any of it. The part that I would just say that I was a little hesitant about was this section, because when I started knitting on this section, I didn't know how I felt about it. In fact, I was like, I don't know if I want to keep knitting this section, but I kept going with it. I'm happy that I did because I actually do enjoy it now that it's knit up. It comes with like different, so many different color combinations, and it looks classic even when there's so many colors in it, because the way that it is that you're carrying at least one of the colors to the next section, so it does have a flow to it. So this is red and cream. The next day you're using two colors, one from the day before and a new color. So you kept the cream, now you're doing green. You kept the green, now you're doing yellow. Um, kept the yellow. 'Cause some of the sections are more than one day. So you kept the yellow and now you're doing purple, and you kept the purple and now you're doing gold. So some sections, this was probably the longest section. I I just really am proud that this is done, and it just seems like it, I mean, it was a good amount of knitting because you're knitting it in the round, and it's using smaller needles, but it wasn't bad. And even towards the end, like when I was picking it up here and there, I was still enjoying myself. I feel like it was definitely an ideal project for this area because I was looking for something that was a little less warm on my hands, since I'm basically, well, I'm in Las Vegas right now, so even if it's January, it's still warm for me. And it does get a chill at night, which is nice. But having a lighter weight and then smaller needles, it was definitely nice to have, because when I was on the East Coast and it was more like of a brisk, it was like more frigid. I had my bulky yarns that I was working with. Um, I pick up one of my bulky projects, the Carla Core, here and there, but I haven't worked on it too much since I feel like even medium weight down, like fingering to medium weight is okay. So last item, or it's a work in progress. This is my desert hat. It's the new Maya Light hat. So light because this is a pattern that was in the Maya cardigan, and the Maya cardigan was at like a medium weight. And so you're using, well, I'm using Rhubarb phenol, and this is what I have. I feel that there are also memories, not only with knitting, but just like the colors that I'm using for my projects with the things that I experienced. Like I saw my first, like I saw cacti outside, and it wasn't necessarily a natural environment, I guess, because it was like in front of the DMV and there was a bunch of cacti there. But I still documented it, and I took a little clip, video clip, and I told my friend that, and she's like, I would have done the same thing because I've never seen a cactus outside like that. So some of these colors, like you would see in the Maya cardigan, but I did add red here because it's the yarn that I have. And I was thinking I would maybe make a garment using these colors. At least for, I might have to get my charger. At least for the, if I was doing maybe a yoke and I would carry the, well, maybe I would do the main color as a different yarn since I'm using the 50-gram skeins and they'll have less than 50 grams. Um, Similar to like the concept of what I did with the Gilt sweater, because it's named the Gilt sweater by Jenna Koskett. It was a test knit last year. And for that yoke, you could have done like a full-on color work garment, but I had scraps to like scraps that went together to just do the yoke area, and I love that sweater. If I do end up gifting it, I feel like it would be a shared garment because I would want to wear it. I'm gonna get my charger. So I'm almost finished with the video, but got the charger just in case. I really love this hat. I love this design. I've knit it a couple of times because I knit my cardigan twice, and the this was bec this is a hat to go with the Maya cardigan light, so there is a lighter version of the free pattern that I knit up, but I still love the free pattern. Um, but I just really wanted this hat, and when it came out, I was like, I'm definitely going to knit that. So, um, I'm thinking what type of project I would use these colors. I have other ones. So I have a little of the different red left, and then I have more of like a proper cream. This one has different undertones. This one has more like gray in it. So I just really feel like I could make something that goes with this. And I was also thinking maybe I should make a Maya cardigan to go with this, but I don't know if I would make it like back to back. So, and that the Maya cardigan, the pattern that I have, that the free pattern, that one isn't this weight of yarn. I'll see what I come up with, but I feel like it'll be a good amount for a yoke for sure, since it's it'll be less than 200 grams there. But I could also gradient the red too. And then one of the projects that I will be starting at some point, I feel like sooner rather than later, since I feel that, well, I can knit hats because I could wear hats here. I haven't been wearing my sweaters or cardigans in this wet weather. So the pattern is what I did bring it up in another video. I had to do my taxes. So it's the Shetland Wool Week 2024, the Tory hat, and it's, oh well, now that I think about it, I should just, so I don't show the pattern. So there are different color combinations that you could do. I wanted to use up the at least the reds that I have in from the Wee County Yarns, because I do have a good amount of yarn left from what after doing this. So I would gradiate the reds that I have and then pair it with like maybe a cream. I would say a cream because I tend to like at least lighter rims. This one I do enjoy because there's the burnt orange and then there's red. So that would be another one that I would like to wear too. So I do like a red gradient and cream of the Shetland Wool Week 2024 Tory hat. So I'm excited. I might cast that on soon, even though I have a hat still going. I feel like I could finish this hat. I actually waited to work on this hat again because I wanted to finish this up. And that this should be finished soon, and I will be able to wear this out. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Um, I'll start a sewing project on Monday, but I have to do stuff for like the course admission stuff. Hopefully, um, it'll be a smooth process and I don't exactly I'm not a, I'm not exactly like a school person. So I I feel like it was hard to get me to go to school when I was younger, especially getting like into middle school and high school. It was like me being unwilling to go to school. I mean, I went to school, but um I'll see. And it won't be super long to be there. And I feel like there's a good chance that I would say majority of it could be online if I can do that. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in another video. Bye.